Hello, is everybody there? Wow. I'll tell you what. Let me explain. There's a go live button. I didn't hit it yet. Yet it allowed you folks to enter into the room. That amazes me. I do apologize. That y'all were waiting this long. Bitcoin guy, I just got off the phone with you. Thank you so much for the conversation. All is well. Tom Elms, Christian Riviera. I'm here now. So again, I set up the video, and what occurred was on my end, you set up the video, you give it a title, blah, 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 blah. And then there's a go live button, means start now. Well, I didn't hit it because I didn't really want to go live yet. You know, I was doing some research on the internet. I'm looking at the computer screen behind you. And I figured, okay, I'd find some news articles and whatnot to talk about. Then I'll go live. So obviously it allowed you folks to enter into the room unbeknownst that I had not planned on going live yet. So how are you? My doctor's appointment came out really good. Looks like I might live another day to fight another battle, folks. That's right. So it turned out good, thank you. I'm home, I'm here. I apologize. Okay. Thank you, Michael Melan. I appreciate you. This is your first live. Music while you wait, YouTube, The Sound of Science. Are you serious? They played music while you were waiting for me? Are you kidding me? I got to try that out. I got to set up a video and go to another computer and just sit there and wait and listen to the music to see how it is on your end. Again, I do apologize. Grim, thank you. Andrew, thank you. God bless anyone who reads this, Andrew says. That's awfully nice of you. You like this silver shirt? I like it too. So let me tell you about the doctor's appointment. Everybody's asking me. So I figured I'll share some information. First of all, I'm a mess. I just took the Harley Davidson out on I'd say about a 30-mile, 40-mile round trip. I had fun. Got the bike back. It's been a while since I've been able to take the Harley out. So I just put the sunglasses on, freaking went down the road, and driving through the mountains on a motorbike is so nice. You can smell everything. You can smell the pine from the pine trees. You could see the freaking elk walking within the pine trees and whatnot. I saw a couple of elk. I saw a couple of deer. I went through the Indian reservation. Beyond that, to some other nice areas. But to ride in the forest, to ride the open roads and smell all those pine and whatnot is really wonderful. So let's take a look at some of the messages. Tom Elms, Barry Manilow, are you kidding me? No, it's not the 999 shirt, Ray S. I don't have any Britannias, Grim, and I do want to do an open box for you folks. I just want to let the room fill up a little bit. Somebody sent me this box, and I did not know it was coming. They sent it to my P.O. box, which is cool. It's in each and every video's description. So they sent me this, and I'm going to do an open box right in front of your eyes. Dan Oliver, thank you so much for giving me advice on how to ride my bike. Silver Stranger from point A to point Z. Yeah, I had a blast. Let me just let you know what the gold and silver prices are. Hey, because that's why we're here, right? We're here to talk about silver. We're here to talk about gold. We're here to talk about cryptos. We're here to talk about prepping for shit hit the fan. That's what I want to talk about today. And maybe some unimportant, irritating news. Gold, right now, the bid price is 1184.7. So you can get an ounce of gold for 1184.7 plus a little premium. So now's a good time to buy. I'm not seeing the gold prices drop much lower than they have been in the last few days. I'm thinking they hit about rock bottom. So if you really want to get into it, I think now is the time, folks. Silver, bid price, $14.47. Ask price is $14.57. We'll just call it $14.57. Ounce of silver, $14.57. I think yesterday it was $14.60. So it's dropped 3 lousy pennies. I'm thinking silver is about at the bottom also. Now's a great time to get into it. I've heard some reports, I've read some reports that the end of October, silver is going to shoot up back to around $18. So if you get it now, you stand to make a couple of bucks if the reports that I'm reading are right. Even if the reports are wrong and it doesn't go to full 18, let's just say it goes back up to that average price of $16.50. You're still going to make a couple of bucks per ounce, folks, okay? I'm really thinking gold and silver has bottomed out, give or take a few cents here and there. The thing about buying silver, though, is if you wait, nobody knows where the bottom is. And if you wait for the bottom and it starts to go back up, you done missed out on the bottom. Buy it. Buy it now, folks, if you're sitting on the fence. Okay. Bitcoin. I remember when I started talking about Bitcoin, people were laughing at me. I was talking about Bitcoin when it was just over $6,000. It is now $6,417 and change. It's gone up $300 since I've been talking about it. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the comments. Oh, by the way, you hear about that Molly Tibbetts murder? Yeah, the illegal alien. I know I discussed this a couple of days ago, or even yesterday ago. I think I had a rant. And now all these lawyers in the defense of illegal aliens are coming out saying that we should not politicize this Molly Tibbetts murder by an illegal alien. You guys shouldn't be politicizing this, meaning shh, shh, shh. You're giving us a bad name. Shh, shh, shh. Oh, but they're more than welcome. They're more than happy to politicize a inner city thug being shot by a police officer as discrimination by police. They're more than happy to politicize the whole hands up, don't shoot by any black criminal that is shot by a white police officer. Then it's okay to politicize it. I love the hypocrisy. And these lawyers are pigs. They're the worst. I hate lawyers. Thank you so much, Silver Stranger. I love my Harley Davidson. Love the Harley Davidson. And speaking of going back to that illegal alien that killed this young girl, you know, she had hopes and dreams. And those hopes and dreams are no longer obtainable by her. I like to find out how he has been earning an income in the United States for the last 4 to 6 years that he's been in that neighborhood. And I believe the person who has been employing him should be arrested for evading, helping him evade the law. That employer should be held accountable, should be put up on public trial, so all other employers who employ illegal aliens think twice. I'm just saying. Delta Rosca, he bought some DIGIBYTE. Delta Rosca bought some DIGIBYTE. It's about 2.5 cents per DIGIBYTE. Just in case anybody doesn't know what DIGIBYTE is, it's cryptocurrency. There's a lot of speculations. It's not going to sit at 2.5 cents for very long. No, the box is not ticking. Just got my first silver package from JM Bullion. Does anyone have anything to say about them? I don't know what you're asking for, Josh Davis. If you got your silver package and its contents are properly shipped to you undamaged, there's nothing more to say about them. They prove to you. You don't need what we have to say about them. We all love JM Bullion, among others. But my point being, if you got what that you purchased, what are you digging for? Box a little light to be silver. I don't know what's in there. I really don't know what's in there. I don't want to show the front. I don't want to show the front of it because I want to keep the name anonymous, but I'm going to open up the box in front of you folks. What are your thoughts about Iran and Israel? What do you mean? I mean, let's, you got to be a little bit more specific. You got to be a little bit more specific. I'm pro-Israel. I'm not one of those Jewish conspiracy theorists that think the world is being ran by evil Jews. I keep getting these comments that all the bankers and the Illuminati are Jews. I'm sorry, that's not the fact. It's just not a fact, and I pretty much ignore those comments. I'm pro-Jew. Michael Malin, thank you so much for your 99-cent super chat. I really appreciate it, Michael. 14 bucks and change. That's right, $14 from point A to Z. It's all it is for a stinking little ounce of silver. I'm just going through some of the comments now. Gold is 1186. Yep. Silver 1456. Yeah. Love the channel. What do you think about the expensive housing market? Well, I freaking hate the housing market. However, there is huge speculation that the housing market is in another bubble. And I believe it's to be true. They're doing the same thing that they've done before the previous housing crash. It's in another bubble again. The bankers haven't learned a god darn thing. They're pumping out loans to people who cannot afford to pay those loans back. They're doing all kinds of things to pump up the housing market. And they say there's going to be a housing crash 2.0 coming soon, within the next year or so. By the way, you can get on Zillow.com. That's where you can see houses for sale and whatnot. And there is a link where you can change the search format to only show houses in foreclosure. Do that. You will have your mind blown how many houses that are in foreclosure by banks. Yeah, just change the search filter. That's right. In Zillow.com. And the entire United States is just basically covered in red dots. It's a true fact. There's more houses in foreclosure, in my belief, that are for sale by looking at that map. Zillow.com, folks. Do you even bother with junk silver, $50, Morgan silver? Absolutely, when I can get them. But I don't go out of my way to purchase them. I purchase only pure silver. That's just what I like. That doesn't mean I am correct. That doesn't mean I'm doing things 100% to everybody else's specification. I just prefer pure silver. In the event that I do get a $50 or some, pre-65 change, Constitution silver, yeah, I keep it. Absolutely. And I've done videos in the past showing off all my Constitution change. But when it comes to separating my fiat currency for silver, I always go with pure silver. It's just the way I roll. Thank you so much for that question. That was an excellent question. When are you going to buy your first ounce of gold? Dude, I would love to have an ounce of gold. And that's by Tony. Thank you so much, Tony. I would love to have an ounce of gold. First of all, as you all know, I just got out of the hospital. The bills are starting to roll in. I don't foresee me being able to afford to buy any gold for a while. I would love to hold an ounce of gold in my hand. For that matter, I would love to even hold a half an ounce of gold. I would love it. But at this point in time, you got to prioritize. You know, you got to prioritize your bills and whatnot. And need I say more? Now that I've, let me segue into the hospital that I, as you know, about 3 weeks ago, I had a stent placed into my heart to keep that artery open and whatnot. Yesterday was my first doctor's appointment since being released from the hospital. Vitals and everything came back A-OK, really good. There was some questioning about my shortness of breath, but then we attributed it to symptoms of some of the medication I must stay on. There's one medication because I have a stent. It's a foreign object placed into your body. You need to stay on that medication. He wants me to stay on it for 1 year. That'll fight the body from fighting that foreign object. Other than that, he says, return to work, start working out modestly or medium effort. Don't push it too hard. He says right around the end of October, you can really start laying back on the weights and start bodybuilding again. So basically he says, take it easy with the workouts, but feel free to work out. Blood pressure, pulse, everything was good. As long as I keep my diet with low cholesterol and work out, he says no problem. He sees no issue. And there is as days go by, there'll be a less and less chance of me needing more serious surgery. Everything went good yesterday. My only negative thing is because I went in there fighting tooth and nail. I want to get off these meds. I don't like taking meds. He told me, no, you got to stay on them. And 1 out of the 5 pills, I have to stay on it for 1 year. So it is what it is. So let's take a look at this open box. By the way, Delta Roshka, thank you. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat. I really appreciate it. It is actually an L on it, and I think that's a lira. But thank you so much. Silver Stranger, again, thank you for your $2 super chat. I really appreciate that as well. Silver Stranger, you're constantly in this room. You're constantly supporting this channel. I really do appreciate it. So let's open up this box, okay? And let's see what's in it. By the way, I did not know that this was arriving for me. People just send things. Sometimes they're just awesome letters. I got a great letter. I know I'm stalling. I'm stalling, building up the suspense. I got just every now and then I'll get wonderful letters just thanking me. Nothing more. Just thanking me, saying, hey, I never knew about silver until I started watching your videos. And that makes me feel so good that I'm telling people, stop saving dollars, save silver. And a lot of people are taking that advice, and I'm getting so many positive feedbacks. Did that make sense? I'm getting a lot of positive feedback about that they're actually saving silver or gold instead of lousy cash. And another thing people are doing is, I just got an email. Hey, I got my first 50 ounces of silver. When is it time to buy a safe? Well, I answered the gentleman back respectfully. Well, whenever you feel that you have enough silver and personal items to warrant the purchase, the cost of a safe. But let's just open this up. This is coming from, I'm going to share his first name because his first name is Chad. Chad from Colorado is all I'm going to say. Thank you so much. Whatever is inside of here. No ticking. No ticking, folks. This is a paring knife. I can't find my Spyderco anywhere. I normally have a Spyderco. My EDC is a Spyderco Delica 4. That's a Delica 4 with VG10 steel. Awesome, awesome knife. But I can't locate it. This looks like a very, very nice book. And I apologize if the camera flips the writing backwards. Some cameras do that. This says the United States coins, so it looks like a nice book of coins. Nice and thick, nice meaty book. Oh, it's a good thing I flipped through this book. I don't know what this is. It's a dollar bill. But it looks like a special dollar bill. Let me see this real close. I have to take a look at this. This is, holy crap, $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that. Look at the $1 bill underneath the words $1. That crest right there is in bright blue, if the camera's not picking it up. That is amazing. Wow. There is a 2-page letter here. I'm not going to read it. This is what I consider personal. I'm going to read it. There is a little picture or a sticker. It looks like I got a couple of coins here. I'm just gonna double check the box. The box is empty. I'm gonna put these coins down and show them to you. Now, this is Noah's Ark. I'm having a hard time reading it. I'm having a hard time reading it beyond the Noah's Ark. Samuel. Anyway, let me just show you the coin. Now, I didn't know this was arriving. I'm going to flip this over. Now I'll open up the pillbox, or what I call a pillbox. Obviously, it is not a pillbox. It's made of like velvety. Wow. Wow. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Well, folks, I had a favorite coin. It was the pirate collection that you see, some of the skulls and bones that are on SD bullion. That coin has been replaced. This is my new favorite coin, and I'm trying to omit some of the reflection. Let me turn down these blinds here. See if I can get a better. We're getting a lot of. Holy smokes. I'm going to flip this coin around or take it out of the pillbox. My new favorite coin. My new favorite coin. Unbelievable. Sir Chad, thank you so much. This is amazing. This is amazing. Thank you very much for the book. I will do a little more research on this. Thank you so much for this. I am going to read your letter after the video is posted. I mean, after I end this video. And I hope there's some contact information that I can reach out to you and personally thank you. Thank you so much. Awesome, just awesome, folks. Thank you so much. So no, Daniel, they're finches. My wife got 2 finches, and they're just playing. That's how they act. Matthew Brown, I don't know much about platinum. I just don't consider platinum money. I just stick with gold and silver. And in the future, I'd like to invest in some cryptos. 10-ounce bar is only $155. Gosh, I need to get my feet into that. How long since you found some junk silver in pocket change? Great question, Bogus Fiat. And I mention this every freaking day. Every year, it's getting more and more difficult to receive change from a retailer or a bank with constitutional pre-65 coins. In Tucson, where I live, I am forced to utilize a laundromat that takes quarters. So every 2 weeks, I am buying a roll of quarters or 2. I've been doing that now for a little over a year, and I have not found one pre-65 quarter. Not one. Not counting all the times I go shopping, I pay cash and receive coin back. I haven't found any in a long time, a couple of years now. It's getting more and more difficult. Unless you go out and purchase it purposefully, it's getting really difficult to find by accident. Mikey Fusero in the house. Mikey, you missed it. You missed it, dude. I was wearing your t-shirt yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Gave your channel a shout out too. Thank you so much for the 2 t-shirts. I really appreciate it. And folks, in case I haven't mentioned it, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. I'd also appreciate it if you smash that like button. I really would. Also, in my video descriptions, there's approximately 4 options to support this channel to keep it going. So with Mikey, again, thank you for the t-shirt. I was wearing it yesterday. So Bobby Bazin, overtaxed taxpayer. In your opinion, what price is silver a sell? I don't know what you mean by what price is silver a sell. Are you saying what price would I sell? I'd have to say I probably would sell at about $200 an ounce, if that is your question. So Don Oliver found a 64 quarter about a week ago. Good for you. That's awesome. I mean, I haven't found one in more than a year. More than a year. Marek Suchanek. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing some of these names correctly. Please do not take it as a sign of disrespect from me. Gave me a super chat of 50 NOC. NOC. I don't know what NOC is. And if anybody knows what NOC is, I'd appreciate it if you post it below. But whatever it is, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's right. That's right, Silver Stranger. You tell everybody, smash that like button. 106 people in the room and only 43 likes. I must not be doing a good job today. I really must not be. I'm doing the best I can. Safes are decoys, okay? Sharpen that knife. So it's a paring knife. Where is the knife? So this is a paring knife. It's by Hinkles. By the way, does anybody know about Hinkles? When you see Hinkles, there'll be like guys standing like this. One guy is a cheap, like Kmart knife. Hinkles makes like 1, 2, or 3 men. The more men on it, the better the quality of a Hinkle's knife is. And like Walmart and Kmart, they sell the 1-man Hinkle. But if you can find the 2 and the 3 men, those are the higher end Hinkle's knives. But this is just a paring knife. It is actually relatively sharp. I'll admit I could use a little better edge. I would say more of a bevel. When I say it, I think it's like this right now. It needs more of a bevel, in my opinion. I think the profile needs to be changed on knives. I would like to invest in a couple of whetstones, actually. And I think that's the best thing to sharpen knives and actually change a profile of a blade. Colorado in the house. Actually, Colorado in the house. This box came from somewhere in Colorado. No white powder. No, I don't play that. Silver and lead. Yeah. Your third precious metal, folks. Lead. Silver bullet could be sold during Halloween, so it would make sense to buy those. I can't but help to think we've considered the concerns about having your face seen by many people when with the true wealth you hold. I know other here and myself are good people, but what do you ever think about that? No, I don't. First of all, I'm a low-key person. I live in a low population area. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. I weigh 250 pounds, no lie. I'm not worried at all. In my state, I'm allowed to carry open or concealed. I'm not worried at all. And I don't do anything to provoke people. People do not know where I live. I do not let people know where I live. I even turn the GPS off on all my phones and everything. If that a day comes and somebody recognizes me, I hope that it's under friendly terms. That's all I got to say. I'm not worried about it, I guess. But thank you for the question. I really appreciate it. So, has anybody been doing any food storage lately? I'm seeing a lot of talk. Every other comment is silver. But are you doing, anybody here a prepper? Anybody here storing any food? Anybody here learning how to can or dehydrate or freeze dry? Anybody do anything like that around here anymore? The 999 squad. Seaway 44, thank you so much for being in the house. Tom Elms, Big Rouge, thank you. That was only payable in exchange for silver when the U.S. government backed dollar with silver, worth a while more than reg dollar. I'm not sure. So, okay, Toby, that was the Armenian Noah's Ark coin that gentleman Chad sent me. Thank you so much. I didn't know what it really was because I was having a difficult time. Reading the letters. So this is the coin you're saying and I can see the Noah's Ark. I definitely can see the Noah's Ark. But this is from an Armenian. You're saying this is our Armenian coin. And it says 0.999 on it. 1 ounce right there, right above my thumb. It is a very nice coin. Very nice coin. Silver is overpriced. Life sucks. If you think so, what is your thesis on that? Why are you saying it's overpriced? Right now, I think it's underpriced. Basically, what determines the price is the cost that it takes to mine it out of the ground and form it into an ounce of silver. That's the baseline of what silver should cost. Anything above that is profit. Josh Lowe, it's an Armenian Noah's Ark. The other one, my newly favorite coin, is a Liberty coin, 2011. I'm trying to, there's too many reflections here in this room. I'm trying to angle the coin where you folks can see it. This is minted by the United States Mint. I'll show the back side of it one more time. This is my new all-time favorite coin. Is that nice or what? U.S. Army. And you know what? I'm ex-Army, so there is an appreciation of this coin already. Amazing coin. Thank you so much. Again, I know I'm repeating myself. Okay, let's take a look at some of the comments. Looks like a Proof Deep cameo. Is that, it looks like a Proof, Dr. Prepper, yes. It looks, I'm no coin expert, but they look like, both of these coins look like proofs. Greetings from Poland, stackers, Bartosz Puz. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. Thanks so much, Stacker Boo. Can you do a video on your Berkey water filter system sometime? Absolutely, you got it. We'll do that. Now that the doctor gave me an A-OK to go back to work, I'm actually going to do fewer live streams, and I'm going to go back to just video formats. I'll do a live stream, like, say, once a week, but my primary affection, my primary preference is just standard videos. One of the videos is going to be that Berkey water system. What I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to make some red dye water. I'm going to get some red dye, put it in water, and you'll actually see me pour the red dye water in my Berkey filter. You will then see me filter every little tinge of red dye out where it comes perfectly clear. I'm going to do a video on this water filter. It's an amazing water filter. Again, like all the products I mentioned, I have no affiliation with the company. It's just products I've purchased that actually hold up to its claims. When I go out, what's that one bottled water? It's a bottle of water and it's square and it comes from the Hawaiian mountains. I forgot the name of the damn water, but it is the best damn bottled water I ever had. Fiji water is the best bottled water I've ever have. And I got some taste buds. I can taste little nuances in different bottles of water, and sometimes I can even taste the plastic container that the water is placed in. But Fiji is the best. This Berkey makes water just as good. You can pour whatever you want into it, and it's coming out just as good as Fiji bottled water. I'm telling you, it's amazing water. Even my wife loves this water. We had to buy two in both locations, one in each location. And that's all we drink now is Berkey water. Hello from Austria. Hello, Uzodino. Again, I am very embarrassed about my pronunciation of names from around the world. Jacob Z, thank you so much. Robert Beaver, boo to you too, sir. Love Poland. Grim Fernando, so sounds like a low to me. So that's right. I'm saying that I believe silver and gold are at the bottom now. Obviously, you want to count 2 or 3 cents if that it might fall again? Ding me. But I think pretty much within a few cents, silver and gold are at its bottom. Maybe not gold so much. Maybe gold will go down another 50 cents. But I think silver is pretty much at its bottom. Give or take a few pennies. Zombie apocalypse. God, I can't even speak. Let me drink some water. My Berkey water, by the way. that is so good, so clean. It is amazing. In this Berkey water filter, there's actually, in that one, there's a total of 4 filters. Not many people realize that. 2 of them are fluoride and heavy metal filters. Metal filters, you know, little metal particulates and chemical metal, whatever, chemical metals, bad metals. And the other is a carbon type of 2 carbon filters. And it's just an amazing filter. Go to Berkey water systems. You can see every one of the bad chemicals they filter out. I mean, it literally filters out food coloring from your water. Your water goes in red, comes out absolutely clear. Not even a hint, not even a slight tinge of red. It's amazing. It is amazing. If you're prepping food, I buy stuff that I eat, and that way you can eat it before it expires. Actually, you're correct. All clueless, only guessing. You are correct. When you prep something, try to prep stuff that is already in your dietary cycle, and rotate it. My wife and I, we made the mistake. We would go to purchase food when we started prepping, and we would just throw it in the front of the shelves. Didn't even think about the expiration date. But then, you know, as we learned, we knew to rotate. In addition, that date that we see on the cans of food is not an expiration date. People always mistake that for an expiration date. It is just a best used by date. And that is all. I've had tuna fish that is on the shelves and has been well beyond a year of its best used by date. I did not get ill, and I am still alive. Just didn't. There's some other items that are beyond the expiration date that are still on the shelves, and they get used, and I can't tell the difference either by its flavor and I don't even get sick. So I'm not saying go many years beyond that best used by date, but don't panic. Those dates are not expiration dates. Grab some mineral rocks and put it in the Berkey. That's right, it was Fiji water. Gun. I brine soak and then soak my meat. Don't even start, Dr. Prepper. One of my freaking weaknesses is slow smoked barbecue. I love it. And I use the 3-2-1 method, or what is it, a 6-3-2, whatever method it is. It's been a while. Yeah, Mikey, it's Fiji. Yes, Toby, it's definitely Fiji. So that is my weakness. I love ribs. And then you mop on that freaking barbecue sauce, and you let that barbecue sauce form a crust or a caramelization where it gets slightly gummy. You throw another layer of the sauce on. Oh man, I love it. Love it. So Debbie ringed. She loves her Berkey water filter system. Hey, Debbie, right now, comment. Am I lying about the Berkey? Am I lying, Debbie, about the Berkey? It is an amazing water filter system. Everybody should have it. Literally, you know what happened in Louisiana and a few other places that got polluted, or the water system, the water supplied water just was toxic for a while. I can go to any lake with a freaking mop bucket, whatever kind of bucket I want. I can go to any lake, throw my lake water in that Berkey. It's coming out just as good as Fiji water in a bottle. I kid you not. Now, obviously, I might throw an additional rag or a clean towel on top of it to filter out any big particles. Yeah, I might do that if I had to go retrieve water from a lake. But I'm telling you, that Berkey, as you've seen in many of my videos, will produce water as good as, no matter what the water source is, will produce water as good as Fiji water. And that's the best tasting water I've ever had purchased in a store. Berkey ought to give me some money, though, as much as I talk about them. Or at least throw me a couple of extra filters. And the filters last about, depending on their average use, we just two people using it. They estimate, I think, 10,000 gallons, I think, per set of filters. That's nothing. I mean, it's awesome. Hello from Rhode Island, Gen C in the house. Bartos, I just got the 2x10 ounce Silver Lion Queen's Beast. I need to see one of these coins. I am very happy, low prices. Everybody's telling me the Silver Lion Queen's Beast is the coin to get right now. No, I do not, Alan Juliet. I do not have the zombie apocalypse coin. I haven't even seen one, but it sounds like a really cool coin to have. It really does. Silver collector wishes silver would go to $8. Here's what I always say to people. You got a lot of silver stackers out there. If it went to $8, that'd be a good thing for us who stack silver. No doubt about it. But good luck trying to buy. The shells, basically, metaphorically speaking, would be depleted. At $8 an ounce, you'd be lucky to land a couple of ounces. I would bet the online retailers would sell out like that. That's why I prefer, my heart of hearts, is not to wait till silver crashes. That's just my preference. Because if you do, and it's a good thing that it goes to $8 for buyers, there might not be an availability, is what I always tell people. In my opinion, silver, Anthony Myers, and you got to respect people's opinions because they could be right. I got some of my smartest people are my subscribers. In Anthony Myers' opinion, silver will bottom out at $12.50. I'm not going to bet you on that. I have a suspicion that it's bottomed out now. Give or take a few cents, it's bottomed out. Big hug from Puerto Rico, brother. Every night I look for your videos. At a market crash, how much do you think silver will be? I really can't answer that. I think a market crash, what is crashed in the market? Has the dollar crashed? Is that what you mean by market crash? Then silver will shoot up. It'll shoot up to $50, $60, $80 in a market crash pertaining to the fiat dollar. Yes, it will go that high instantly overnight. Puerto Rican, again, Ernesto Chaparro. Thank you so much from Puerto Rico. By the way, I'm from the Bronx of New York. All of my neighbors were Italians and Puerto Ricans. Lovely people. Awesome food, too. You walk down the block of the tall 8-story, 6-story buildings, brickstone buildings, and all you smell is this different foods coming out of people's windows. Amazing. Just different ethnicities of culture of food. Gen C has another gold and silver coin coming tomorrow. From I'm caught the silver price drop. So she's exploiting the price drop. She's buying her silver and gold now. She's buying her silver and gold now. And that's exploiting, just doing it right. Buying low and hopefully someday selling high. Gen C, I'm looking at her little picture there. She looks like a young lady. I'm hoping that she's going to hodl her silver and gold, meaning never sell it. And hopefully when she's an old lady, many years from now, that silver is going to be worth a lot more money. It's going to be more valuable than equal dollars in her savings account. Good girl. Bitcoin Bo. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. I love giving prepping advice, Bitcoin Bo. I'm actually into prepping more than I am cryptocurrency and silver. And the thing about having food on the shelves, I always tell people, I have approximately 8 months of food stored in this house for 2 people. So I calculated what it would take to feed 2 people, myself and my wife. My goal is to get a year. Right now we have about 8 months, which is nice. But people underestimate. The food is so boring compared to silver. And silver is exciting. Cryptos is exciting. Guns and ammo is exciting. But you know what? Food is just as exciting, and food is money. Because think about that 8 months worth of food. I didn't buy it at today's prices. Metaphorically speaking, I bought it at yesterday's prices. What I've accumulated over the years. That 8 months of food is not based on today's economy. I got it. It's money. It's money. What does it cost to feed a family for 8 months? Dollar-wise, fiat-wise, for 8 months. Add up your grocery bills. That's a lot of money, folks. That's sitting on my shelf right now. That's just as valuable as the silver and the gold. But when you have that kind of money, and that's money, food is money. When you have that kind of money, you add up the food money, you add up the silver, you add up the gold, whatever you got to prepare and protect it with guns and ammo. Again, Bitcoin Bo, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, he makes cryptocurrency non-bullshit videos. When I say non-bullshit, there's not a lot of fluff. Gets direct to the point. So Bitcoin Bo, thank you for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Silver is flirting with its mining cost per troy ounce.
Unknown caller.
It's funny, I said this in many videos. That phone will never ring for days on end until I make a video. Mr. Brown, 702, thank you so much for asking that question. A lot of people do not understand what SHTF stands for. It stands for shit hits the fan. And if people don't understand that a lot of people, let me rephrase that, have the misconception that can never happen. Well, the Louisiana floods, that was shit hits the fan for everybody who was sitting on the roofs of their homes for weeks on end. Then they were shipped to a football stadium where girls were getting raped in the bathrooms, and they were basically living in the football stadium for a week or two with very little food. That was shit hit the fan. What happened to that water pollution situation that happened, a couple of years ago, a year or two ago, where the water was polluted for a few weeks? That was a shit hit the fan. I tell you what, water is almost, if not more important than food. And you cut off that people's water supply or poison it, that's where that Berkey comes in. I don't have to worry about my water supply being poisoned. So it stands for shit hit the fan, sir. Thank you so much for asking. And that's cool. I don't mind. You know, everybody laughs. The questions are stupid. No, they're not. A stupid question is a question unasked. Because everybody's got to start from somewhere. Everybody got to start from somewhere. Point A to point B, point A to point Z. You're absolutely correct. I do have a backup of dog food. And folks, do a backup of your dog food, the dog food treats and whatever. But definitely store that kind of food. Bugsy, $23.79, $24.99 super chat. Wow, thank you so much. Wow. I'm embarrassed here because you asked me a question that I'm unable to answer. What are my thoughts on CBD oil? I don't know what CBD oil is. Your next part of the question is, did I buy the 30-year Maple Leaf? Tonight, my wife and I are sitting down. My wife is working. She has tomorrow off. So normally on the days or the evenings that she gets back from work, that she doesn't have to work the next day, we normally have a date night. We normally stay up later. But when she gets home, Bugsy, knowing she has to work the next day, she basically eats and runs right to bed. Tomorrow, she has a day off. We're going to make that purchase tonight. And I promise you that I will show the coin. I will do an open box. And Bugsy, did you just get into this room? I did an open box. I did an open box. So, let me show you what arrived in my open box. There's this. For the people who just came into the room. And read the little words right there. For silver. That came in the open box. This is for the people who just arrived in the room. And this arrived in the open box. So I promise every open box I'm going to open them publicly. Let's take a look. Canned foods are good for many years. Pay no attention to the dates. Again, those dates are not expiration dates. They're best used by dates. I got to look into CBD oil. I don't know what that is. I apologize. I really do. I'm scrolling down to some, because the list of text that's going by, I'll read one question, but there's like 70 or 80 texts underneath. And if I don't skip a few, I kind of miss out on. You're welcome, Bitcoin Bo. You're welcome. No problem shouting out your channel. Mining cost is based on the mine, 12 to 15 bucks. Prep for peps, absolutely. Sonia Junianti, hello. Michael Reese, dog is the backup. That's right. Did I tell? I see. Check out my video how my dog almost saved my wife's life. Oh, CBD is weed. Is that it? Is that what CBD oil is? Anthony Sanchez says CBD is weed. Is that HTC oil? Is that what you're saying it is? Like I said, I'll have to do some research offline. Yukon Cornelius, WROL, is world without rule or law. You know what? If CBD oil is HTC pod oil, I'm hearing a lot of positive things from people who have glaucoma and cancer. Now, I've never had cancer. I've never had to go through some of the illnesses and the nausea and the pain that they're going through. I don't care how illicit a drug is. If those people say they experience relief from taking HTC oil or smoking a joint, I'm all for you. I don't give a damn what the law says. And I don't hold any ill feelings to people who take it. I mean, I'm not in their shoes. I'm not sitting there through their freaking illness. And if they say pot makes them feel better, freaking smoke another one on me. Gen C, question. If if and when you, which you will, what crypto are you thinking of once you're invested? Will you share info? Well, Jency, I'll tell you right now, I haven't really purchased any cryptocurrencies now. I did set up a wallet that allows me to put cryptos into it. There's only three I'm interested right now in: Bitcoin, LITECOIN, and DIGIBYTE. The thing I like about DIGIBYTE, it's only 2.5 cents per DIGIBYTE. So let's say you dumped $100 in there, $100 into DIGIBYTE. What is that? A little over 3,000, 4,000 DIGIBYTEs. Can you imagine having 4,000 DIGIBYTEs on a $100 investment, and then the DIGIBYTE turns out to be, goes from 2.5 cents to $1? You're freaking, all your debts paid off. You're pretty much set. I'm just saying, Bitcoin, LITECOIN, and DIGIBYTE is the only thing I'm really interested in. Okay, so everybody's confirming that the CBD oil is from cannabis pot. Again, if it's helping people who are truly in pain and nausea, and from nausea, from, let's say, their chemotherapy, I'm all for it. I am all for it and have nothing against it. Who am I to tell somebody whose body is being eaten up from cancer that they can't try anything they want? And if something gives them an iota of relief, I don't care how small, they should take it and leave them alone. Let these people smoke what they want. And you got my respect and my backing. So, Bugsy, that's my opinion. I'm all for it. So I got a question from VIP Sheffel. Is it better to buy a golden maple leaf or an American eagle? I'm questioning, do you mean a gold American eagle? So in my opinion, the gold maple leaf is, if we're talking both gold coins, the golden maple leaf, the gold maple leaf is slightly more pure in gold. And I'm talking slightly, a smidgen, a molecule. What is the difference mathematically between 3 nines and 4 nines? Very small. But yes, the Canadian maple leaves, the Canadian coins are slightly more pure in both gold and silver. I would definitely buy the gold maple leaf over an eagle. They actually look prettier. I mean, the color. You take a look at both two yellows, the maple leaf looks so much more bam. That's just my opinion. Cat, thank you so much for joining the conversation. Universal Vibes Television. Do I utilize colloidal silver? At this point in time, I've never. I would like to acquire some. Absolutely would like to acquire some. For those folks who do not know what colloidal silver is, for many years throughout history, physicians have been using colloidal silver. It is when you run an electrical current through silver in distilled water, it releases some of the molecules from the silver into the water. And you take a few drops, and it's supposed to be like an antibiotic. And many people swear that it is like a health science that is being kept from the people. Google colloidal silver. I would love to acquire some, but I don't trust just going online and buying it from anybody. I don't know what the hell they're shipping me. For all I know, they're shipping me a little bit of freaking bottled water in a tube. So I'm going to try to learn to make it myself. It's actually extremely inexpensive, but that's what I would like to do. At what point would you go to your bug out location? First of all, Bella Reina, thank you for being in the house. I am a proponent of not bugging out. I got 4 walls around me and a roof that is protecting me. I'm then going to take my family with possible kids to an area that has no walls around me nor a roof, where other people might be bugging out, where other people's variety, or I would say level of desperations, might exceed yours. You're putting your family at risk. At what point would I bug out? When my home burnt down. When there's no more walls. It's shelter is shelter. Shelter is better when you have walls. That's why they call it shelter. Personally, I'm not a proponent of bugging out. It really looks cool in the movies. It looks really cool. But I'm telling you, ex-Army called it bivouac. Even for a tough man like me, after a couple of weeks in the middle of the forest, cold and rain, in your tent, the water's dripping down on your freaking forehead in the middle of the night, getting out to take a piss in the wind and the cold, it is no fun. And especially for weaker people, you don't want to put them in that situation. You stay in your home as long as possible. Unless there's an army marching down the street of communist China, shooting everybody in their path, I'm staying here. Unless the 4 walls are burning, I'm staying here. That's just my opinion. My shelter also holds my preps. Where am I going to protect my preps in the middle of the woods? I got to contend with all the other people who are bugging out, all the Looney Tunes who might not have prepped. Oh, hell no. You're getting back to normal. Great to see. Thank you, Volkswagen. I'm feeling better. Thank you so much. So the 30-year maple leaf, you're going to have to Google that north of country off-grid. It is a very pretty coin. I'm going to be purchasing one tonight. Yeah, if you have some colloidal silver, you have some spare colloidal silver, absolutely. You can ship some to my P.O. box. I got no problem with it. P.O. box address is in the description of all my videos. I hope it comes with a little eyedropper type of apparatus where I can exactly dose drops, because I think you're really only supposed to take 2 or 3 drops at the very max. But yeah, if you want to send me some, I'll try it. So Bugsy helps with a ton, especially with inflammation and anxiety. Okay, I'm cool with that. Like I said, a lot of people, Bugsy, they're giving some positive feedback about some drugs that our government deems as illegal. It's funny, they deem it illegal until they can collect tax on it. Don't you love it? It's bad for you. It's horrible. It's going to kill you. It's a gateway drug. Oh, we're able to collect taxes? It's good for you, folks. Go on. Load up the boat. Just give us your money. It's amazing, the hypocrisy. I just wish they would just leave people alone and let people do what they want to. Anthony Sanchez, I do have a Coinbase account. Yeah, thank you. You're absolutely right, Anthony Sanchez. Empire Strikes Back. I love those Star Wars movies. There is no one medicine for all. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And actually, the best medicine is healthy food, believe it or not. I'm just scrolling. Bitcoin is gold to Litecoin is silver. Okay. And I agree with you, Anthony. So yeah, I'm going to eventually invest in some Bitcoin. They say it can reach $100,000 Bitcoin. And right now, as I said in all my past videos, when Bitcoin came out, and Bitcoin Bo is here in the house, he can leave a message and he can tell you if I'm lying or not. When Bitcoin came out, it was right around $1. People invested $100 lousy in Bitcoin and bought 100 Bitcoins. Bitcoin went up to, I think, $18,000 and then has fallen to $6,000. Even with the crash to $6,000, I would have loved to have invested $100 to get 100 Bitcoin, and now they're all worth $6,000. There's my freaking fishing boat. I would love to have a fishing boat sitting in a marina on the ocean. That's my only dream in life. Just to freaking have my own fishing boat, party on the back of it in the marina, and then go out fishing the next day. I would love for that to happen. Okay. A lot of people are now talking about the colloidal silver. So Toby Scanlon saying that the gold American Eagle is 10% copper. I don't know about that. But in the event that he is right, it still has 1 full ounce of gold in it. Because when I went to the coin shop, they said 1 ounce gold silver Eagle actually weighs more than an ounce because it contains 1 full ounce of gold. They do add other metals into it, yes. And perhaps it is copper. I don't know about that. But even still, the gold silver Eagle has 1 full ounce of gold in it. The other metals, it could be copper. I don't know what it is. But you're still buying an ounce of gold, by the way. I don't know what a war nickel is, Armored Gaming. I mean, if they're worth money, then yeah, go for it. I really don't know what they are. Amerta 1589 says the purity is negligible between the, as what I said also, between the gold maple leaf and the gold American Eagle. It's negligible. I mean, that extra 9, it mathematically, in mathematical terms, is nothing. Thank you so much, $1, by the way. Every now and then when I know somebody has a YouTube channel, I like to give a shout out. $1 if you're listening. I'm sending some people over to your channel. You better make another video now for them. Oh, that's funny. 7.62 by 51 NATO. You're talking about the AK. I have a 308, actually. I have a 308. And I love it. I have to go through... Man, I got a lot of new subscribers here. A lot of people who just came into the room. Mike TM. Thank you so much. JR, Bitcoin will hit 100K before silver hits $100. And that's what I'm telling everybody. Get into Bitcoin now. Get some cryptocurrencies now. My thoughts too. Another overtax payer. Thank you, Grim Fernando, for that comment. Stiff Stackler. Yeah, Bitcoin volatility is like a steak being waved in the front of a starving animal. JR, thank you so much. What are your thoughts on DIGIBYTE? I never heard of it. Never heard of it. And there's so many altcoins out there. I think once you start gravitating away from the 2 or 3 big boys, your level of risk increased. They call them altcoins. For now, I'm sticking with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and DIGIBYTE. Yeah. And Ethereum. I forgot about Ethereum. But even Ethereum, I'd probably put it at number 4 in my 1 through 4. 3 or 4. Maybe DIGIBYTE number 4 and Ethereum number 3. Okay, so war nickels are 40% silver. Yeah, shit, yeah. Excuse my language, I apologize. I would take 40% silver. Shoot, if this steak knife was 40% silver, I'd stack this too. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. So Anthony Sanchez, I'd stick to Bitcoin, Bitcash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. Basically, you're agreeing with everything I'm saying. Ethereum is for paper contracts by Mr. Alfang. I'm just looking at the range of between 6,000 and 68. I just bought 3 rolls of war nickels yesterday. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, I don't know anything about Dogecoins. I just don't know it. I'm going to admit something when I don't know it. But there's a lot of people here in this chat room that are far more intelligent than I am when it comes to this. I'm sure they'll chip in and give their information. You're welcome, Anthony Sanchez. I really appreciate it. I so appreciate it. Do you stack any old silver coins? Of course I do, Silver Folk Gardening. Everybody knows I have a bunch of constitutional coins. I also have a bunch of, pre-65 dimes and nickels, the Mercury dimes and whatnot. I love them all. So yeah, but for me, they're getting more and more difficult to actually find. I will not spend my money on constitutional or pre-65 coins. I will not spend my money to purchase junk silver. The only silver I purchase is pure silver. If some junk silver lands in my lap, if I receive it as change, I am wise enough to put it aside and save it. But in the last year or two, at least here in Arizona, I haven't found any. And I look, and I tell my wife to look. We have not found any. Stiff Stacker, his most awesome piece of silver is a 1987 Silver Eagle Proof. I think what makes it more valuable to him is that his granddad gave it to him. That's awesome. I like things that are handed down from a loved one. It's a part of them. It's a memory. It's something they've touched. And every now and then you can grab it and touch something they've touched. Almost touching them. Does that make any sense? You're almost touching your granddad again, is what I'm trying to say. Awesome. You bought a monster box of Philharmonics, Mike TM? Holy smokes. That is amazing. I don't have any Philharmonics, and you got a freaking monster box? What is a monster box? Is that, 500 coins? That's amazing. That is freaking amazing. Yeah, so the Empire Strikes Back, that's why, I forgot to mention Ethereum. You saw I caught myself. I am live. Give me a break. I'm live. I make some verbal mistakes. Sometimes my brain is not connecting to my mouth. And I'm talking on the fly, but yeah, I corrected myself. I would definitely add Ethereum in that. And people say Veritasium also, but I'm not hearing much about Veritasium anymore. Just my take, I never buy gold or silver for numismatic value, ever. Spot only. I'm agreeing with you, Anthony. I'm agreeing with you. There's nothing wrong with numismatic, but I'm not a numismatic guy. I know nothing about it. I would be the sucker in the room if I was going to buy. They would see me coming a mile away. Yeah, Mike TM, 500. I am jealous of you, dude. I am freaking jealous. I hate your guts. I'm teasing. 500 Philharmonics, you dog, you. That's a serious stacker right there. to just go out and buy a monster box. That is a silver stacker. Gabriel D in the house. K, Big Roge. Thank you so much, both of you folks. Step Brother, thank you so much for being here. Bitcoin, Litecoin, DIGIBYTE, Ethereum. He's agreeing with me. No, I don't think Philharmonics are overpriced. There's some coins that, yeah, they are a little bit more expensive. The Philharmonics, what are those Australian coins, the kookaburras and whatnot? They are more expensive, but they bridge that gap from being a silver stacker to numismatics, because some of those coins, they're very sought after coins. They're very nice coins. Auto Parts 619. Thank you so much for being in the house. Tom Elms. I got 1 BL silver today. 1 BL. I'm trying to figure out what 1 BL is. Coinflation tells you about old silver, junk silver. SD in the house. Perth Mint. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. The Perth Mint. Stiff Stackler. Yeah. Those are they're expensive. They're expensive. But talking about recognition, okay? Everybody, when you need to sell, when you absolutely must sell, I'm going to presume it's going to be in an emergency. You want your exchange to go as smooth as possible. And the last thing you want to bring to the table for the buyer to see is a bunch of coins that are unrecognizable that he has to go through and test each and every one. And then, to me, I purchase recognition. I purchase the Eagles. I purchase the Maple Leafs. I have a few rounds, but I don't purchase many generic rounds because of many of them are unrecognizable to others. There's so many different artists making their own coins. Who's to say they're going to recognize this pirate coin I just bought? Or this coin that has an emblem of a baseball and a baseball bat on it? It's going to be recognizable to the guy I need his fiat cash to. You know what I mean? When you go to sell your stuff, you want things to go as smooth as possible. Buy the most recognizable. And Perth Mint is recognizable. Everybody knows what Perth Mint is. I'm getting a text message. I put my Harley Davidson up for sale. It's actually a 2014 with 18,000 miles on it. 2014 Street Glide, pure black, in excellent condition. I put it on Craigslist in Phoenix, and I'm getting text messages. Neo is like Ethereum. I heard that, Bugsy. Yeah. And overtime dollars would be little of overspot, as folks have potential to be much overspot. Hit that like button, folks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Bugsy 2379, for reminding me. If you folks are in the house, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button, if you've already subscribed, there's a bell icon. If you hit that, what will happen is every time you come on YouTube, if I happen to post a video, it will notify you. Then obviously hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Brian Anderson in the house, thank you. It is a good day to buy. I wasn't blowing smoke up people's butt. Get out and buy a freaking couple of ounces of silver today. Take advantage of these all-time lows. I mean, you might not see these lows. You just might not see these lows again. Hey, Armored Gaming, you're over here too. Denver Garrison in the house. Thank you so much. Alex G in the house. Mark the Narc in the house. Brooklyn Celluloid. Hey, you know I was born in Brooklyn? I was born on Nostrand Avenue, an X. The neighborhood was so bad, some of the streets didn't even get names. They just got X. I lived at the intersection of X and Nostrand Avenue. Denver Garrison sub. Thank you so much. Hit the like button, please. I really would appreciate it. What's so good about DigiByte? From Paul Kilcoin. First of all, DigiByte, in case everybody doesn't know, is a cryptocurrency. It's cryptos. The thing about DigiByte is that, my biggest thing that I like about DigiByte is 2.5 cents per DigiByte. And many coins have started in the penny range. I would have to say Bitcoin is one of them. It started at $1, a little, maybe 75 cents, somewhere in there. It's now worth over $6,000. I like going with the low risk. I don't mind losing 2.5 pennies, or let's say $100 worth of DigiByte at 2.5 pennies per DigiByte. I can stand that loss. So for me, it's less of a risk. There's a lot of chatter online that it also might be going someplace. I just don't buy it just because it's 2.5 cents. There's a lot of chatter online about it from reputable people. Have you checked out Coinbase? Yes, I have. I have a Coinbase account. Absolutely. So Mr. Olfang thinks DigiByte will max out at 8 cents. Even if Mr. Olfang is correct, if you purchase DigiByte at 2.5 cents, and let's say you invested $100, $200 worth of it, $300 of it, you have what, 16,000 DigiByte? You made a darn profit. Any profit is a good profit, in my opinion. So yeah, a 6 cent profit on, let's say, 16,000 DigiBytes. That's a lot of money. I mean, a good chunk of money. I wouldn't say a lot of money, but it's good. DigiByte has a high max supply of 21 billion. It will take a lot of volume to make the price go up. So General South, what will increase the volume? What actually increases the volume of let's just say DigiByte, if you can help me out? I don't know the answer to that. I'm hoping you can educate us all here. Absolutely, Triv Gun, it's all speculative. But you know what? Isn't the dollar speculative? When I put in, let's say, $100 or $100,000 into a savings account for my retirement, aren't I also speculating? I'm speculating it will have what? The purchasing power still available at that time I go to use that money when I retire. So what good is it if I put $100,000? Oh, I'm just saying $100,000, and I speculate I'll be able to pay off my $100,000 mortgage when I retire. Or, well, that's a bad example. But am I not speculating that it'll still have the same strength, the same purchasing power? I think it's all the same, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, folks, did you bought silver Bitcoin round? It's beautiful. No, I have not. I think that's worth $6,000, Bartos. A little over $6,000? I don't know. I can't afford no $6,000 coin, buddy. Absolutely not. So Silver Baggins, I just want you to know, everybody, Silver Baggins is always here supporting this channel. I just want to let you know that he gingerly caressed the like button. You're the man. Thank you so much for caressing my like button. Thank you very much. Okay, Bugsy, 2379. Keep up the good fight, bro. Gotta go. 0.99 squad. He gave me a $9.99 super chat. Again, Bugsy, I can never thank you enough. I promise that I will sit down with the missus and we will buy that 30-year anniversary coin. We will also open box it in a future video. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. Who is the 999 squad? Mike TM wants us to is asking all of us. Mike TM, everybody who stacks silver, who stacks gold, is the .999 squad. It's my military squad, as I like to deem it. We are all part of the 999 squad. Even you are. I am also going to get some t-shirts out and whatnot. I just gotta get that ball rolling, so to speak. Michael Reese, everyone should open a Coinbase account now. It takes up to 2 weeks to get verified. By the way, I think Michael is correct. It takes about 2 weeks. If you're thinking about getting into cryptos, and I would strongly recommend it at this point, excuse me, I apologize. It does take 2 weeks to verify your identity through Coinbase. In addition, I did set up a Coinbase account. It is free, by the way. I also left some links in the video's description if you would like to help support the channel through Coinbase. I got those links there. I really would appreciate it. Give it now. We are going to get addicted to you, having you online with us daily versus one or two videos per week when you're working. I can see the withdrawals coming on when you return to work. Stay well. Thank you so much. Give me it now. Again, I took a few weeks off because I had a heart problem unexpectedly, and because you got this much time, and I got this much time, I'm utilizing it to just do some live streams. I'm returning to work next week, and yes, I'm going to go back to the video format with maybe 1, possibly 2 live streams per week. So basically next week, we're going back to the normal format. You're going to see me talking while I'm driving to work, that sort of thing, talking about things that irritate me, talking about things that are in the news and that sort of thing, giving some product reviews. I also made a video on how to use my flour preps. I have a couple of 100 pounds of bread flour back in the room. How to use the flour preps. I used flour that is well over 3 years old to make a video. Of me baking bread. So those folks who think food really expires, and it does within limits, but if you package it right for long-term storage, it lasts. So I made a beautiful loaf of bread. It is on the video camera. It's going to take some video editing because it's multiple clips. I have to tie them all together to make one long video. You need the dough. You stop the video. You let the dough rise. You film it again a little bit. And you shape the dough. You film it again. You stop the video. You let it proof. You stop the video. Put it in the oven. And as it bakes, you stop the video. See, all these little segments I have to stitch together. I'm going to post that video either Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So check out the video of me baking bread using 3-year-old flour. My long-term 8-month food supply is what I'm talking about. Freaking awesome bread. My wife, she makes the best grilled cheese sandwich I've ever had. Love it. With fresh bread, or in the morning, French toast with real butter, real maple syrup, using fresh bread that you baked. Oh man, I love it when the maple syrup slowly oozes on to the thick cut bacon. Am I making you freaking people hungry? I love it. I love bacon that just hit the maple syrup just a little bit. Man, I can just... Can we join when shit hit the fan? Absolutely. You know, part of prepping also, I know I'm joking a lot, and I know this video has gone on a little longer than expected. Part of prepping is not just how much silver you got, how much gold you have, how much guns and ammo you have, how much food you have. But part of prepping is also acquiring skills, but acquiring, more importantly, fellow like-minded people who have a diversity of other skills. Getting to know your neighbors and hoping maybe one of them is a prepper. And hopefully being able to team up with them during a shit hit the fan situation. To watch each other's compound. To share skills. That is also part of prepping. I urge you all, don't let anybody know you're a prepper, but you're gonna have to fish a little bit, if you know what I mean. Verbally fish a little bit to see who's like-minded in your neighborhood in order to maybe team up with them. Obviously get to know them first before you tell them you're a prepper. I'm not saying throw all caution out the wind just because someone says they're a prepper. Or I stack silver too. Because I met some people who also stack silver. Stay away. So you kind of have to get to know people and hopefully find some people who are like-minded. The 44 squad. I love it. GDAX. I will look into excuse me, GDAX. How do you open wallets without any purchase? By Gen C. Gen C, to open up a Coinbase account, or let's say an Exodus wallet, you don't have to make a purchase. Exodus is just some software that you download to your computer, and you're able just to open up an account. Obviously, they'll need to verify your identification and whatnot, but you do not need to make a purchase. And the same thing with Coinbase. You don't need to make a purchase to actually open up wallets and exchanges. You just don't. AR, 12 gauge, 20 round. Yeah, I have a 12 gauge shotgun. 817 Remington. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. As the guys from Dumb and Dumber would do. I like it a lot. I'm just... Okay, Mr. Olfing, it's chain time. I want some breakfast food now. I love breakfast. This is my favorite meal of the day. I prefer it over dinner. I just love breakfast. To me, waking up in the house, smelling the bacon and the coffee cooking before you're out of bed is just an amazing thing. It really is. Map reading and compass. And this is part of the video where I've obviously finished talking about my open box. I've obviously finished talking about the news and the prices of silver. I like addressing the comments here. I love doing this. Wish you had a love button. Okay, so GDAX is now Coinbase Pro. I'll have to look into that. Coinbase Pro. Because Coinbase is expensive, man. You know, and if anybody can answer me this, why does Coinbase charge for a transfer? But then, let's say if you're transferring a LITECOIN, and LITECOIN, I'm just rounding numbers, LITECOIN is $50. Let's say you transfer a $50 LITECOIN. Not only do they charge you the charge to transfer it, but they also round up the price of LITECOIN, let's say from $50 to $53. It's almost like they're double dipping. So and I noticed that, and anybody can answer that question for me. It would really help out before I start getting my toes wet. Thank you so much, Petro Rizzo. I appreciate it. Again, if I'm mispronouncing names, I do apologize. Are crypto gains taxed? I would imagine yes, Brooklyn Celluloid. I would imagine any kind of crypto gains are taxed. However, they're only taxed once you turn them into fiat currency. What I'm saying is, you can have a shitload, excuse my language, you can have a shitload of cryptos in your wallet. They're not taxed. And that wallet can overnight, let's say, go to $1 million. You're not taxed. You're taxed once you move that cryptocurrency and convert it back into fiat cash into your savings account or checking account. Then it's liable to taxation. Reality Dog in the house, thank you. Would I invest in an inverter and a battery bank for silent power during a shit hit the fan situation? What I would like to invest in is just solar power. But shoot, solar power, I mean, it's just expensive. The inverter and just the equipment. Forget the solar panels. All the other equipment involved. It's just downright expensive. Mossberg also makes a nice shotgun, AB. They really do. I think the first home defense, and the key word is defense. I think the first home defense weapon anybody should buy is a shotgun. That's just my opinion. Empire Strikes Back had a Brooklyn crafted beer, ginger beer today. You know what I wish? I wish I could get a slice of some Brooklyn pizza. I mean, not Manhattan pizza. I wish I could get a slice of some pizza from the Bronx, Brooklyn. Not Manhattan, because that's garbage. It's day and night. Man, I miss New York pizza. When I say New York pizza, I'm not talking Manhattan crap. Man, that's one thing I miss about Brooklyn and the Bronx. It's just the freaking pizza is like biting into heaven. As you guys can tell, I'm a foodie. Thank you so much, Luzelina. I hope I pronounced your name. Nothing like a shotgun inside 25 yards. Gotta buy another 100-ounce bar today. Good for you, guy. Dr. Prepper, that was my first purchase back in 2013, a 12 gauge. That's what I got, is a 12 gauge. And you can go to Walmart and you buy those big monster boxes of shotgun shells. I got like 4 of those boxes, not counting the many boxes of, what do they call that? The good shotgun shells. The one with the big BB inside surrounded with like 12 other smaller BBs. I forgot the name of them. I'll bring out a box on a video. I got some of those shotgun shells. I probably got about 100 of those. You would not want to get hit when I would not want to get hit with one of those offensive shotgun shells, 12 gauge. Is my background Italian? Sure is. I love Italian food too. Yeah, I would love Umpire. I would love to get some New York pizza. I think one of these days I'm going to take the wife when we're able to, and finances are, when we're able to, we're going to go back to New York, and we're just going to freaking eat pizza, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bagels, get some bagels. Oh man. You don't appreciate good food until you leave it. Of course, Mikey, you're Italian. with the name of Fusero. That's Italian. Anyway, folks, I'm going to run. I've been dragging this video on, attempting to get through many of the comments. I really want to say I do appreciate you. I appreciate the super chat donations. I appreciate the get well wishes. And the fact of the matter is, I am getting well. I got a good doctor follow-up. He's given me the okay to get back to the gym, start bodybuilding again very lightly. I appreciate everybody here. I appreciate all the new subs. And this channel is growing. And it's not growing because of me. It's growing because of you folks. Appreciate all the donations, as I said before, and the supporting of this channel. You folks have a great day, okay?